At 62, Michael Jordan is no longer just the basketball legend who defined a generation. He is a man whose life has been shaped by triumph, heartbreak, and lessons that go far beyond the hardwood. From 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls to becoming a global icon, Jordan's name is synonymous with greatness. But behind the accolades, the flashy shoes, and the global fame, Michael's life has been anything but simple. Fans see his career highlights, buzzer beaters, slam dunks, and Air Jordans flying off the shelves. They see the Hall of Fame speeches, the endorsements, and the wealth. But very few know about the personal battles he faced along the way, the family struggles, the loss of loved ones, the emotional toll of fame, and the moments when even the greatest felt alone. At 62, Michael isn't just reflecting on his past glory. He's facing life in a new way. Health challenges, personal reflection, and the weight of legacy have all shaped who he is today. From private tragedies that left him questioning the meaning of success, to quiet moments of redemption and family love, Michael Jordan's journey is as emotional as any final buzzer-beater. This is the untold story of the man behind the jersey. The highs, the lows, and the emotional journey that has brought him to the present, a man who has inspired millions, yet carries the memories of struggles that only a few will ever understand. Michael Jordan's story begins in the quiet suburbs of Wilmington, North Carolina. Born in 1963, he was the fourth of 5 children in a close-knit family. Even as a boy, Jordan's competitive spirit was evident. Whether playing baseball, basketball, or simply racing his siblings up the driveway, he had a drive that was unmatched. His father, James, instilled in him the values of discipline and perseverance, teaching that talent alone would never be enough to achieve greatness. Jordan's rise to fame was not instant. In high school, he faced setbacks, including being famously cut from his varsity basketball team as a sophomore. That rejection, instead of discouraging him, became a pivotal moment in his life. He trained harder, practiced longer, and developed the skills and mental toughness that would define him for the rest of his career. It was a lesson he carried with him. Failure is only temporary, and persistence can overcome almost anything. His college years at the University of North Carolina cemented his status as a rising star. Jordan hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship, a moment that foreshadowed his clutch performances in the NBA. Drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 1984, Michael quickly became a sensation, dazzling fans with his athleticism, competitive fire, and charisma. From the moment he stepped on the court, it was clear that Jordan wasn't just playing the game, he was redefining it. Off the court, Jordan navigated the pressures of sudden fame. Endorsements, media attention, and the expectations of being the next big superstar could have overwhelmed anyone. But he thrived under pressure, channeling it into relentless training and a pursuit of perfection. Each practice, each game, each season became an opportunity to prove himself, not just to the world, but to himself. By the late 1980s, Jordan had transformed the Chicago Bulls into contenders. His legendary competitiveness became his trademark, earning him the nickname His Airness for his incredible leaping ability and gravity-defying dunks. Yet even as the accolades piled up, Jordan's journey wasn't just about championships and awards. It was about the personal lessons learned through struggle, disappointment, and unyielding self-expectation. Despite the fame and fortune, there were moments of quiet introspection. Jordan often spoke about the loneliness that can accompany success, the sacrifices he made in personal relationships, and the pressure of carrying not just a team, but the hopes of millions of fans on his shoulders. Even the most glamorous life comes with unseen challenges, challenges that Michael Jordan faced with the same drive he brought to every game. At 62, Reflecting on his decades-long career, it becomes clear that Jordan's story is more than a sports legend. It is a story of resilience, discipline, and the cost of chasing perfection. Behind every championship, every highlight reel, and every sneaker deal lies the human story of a man who pushed himself past limits, who faced personal loss and public scrutiny, and who emerged as an icon, but one who is still learning, still reflecting, and still confronting the realities of life beyond basketball. Michael Jordan's career is legendary, but behind the trophies and highlight reels lay struggles that few fans ever saw. Even as he dominated the NBA, Jordan faced moments of heartbreak, personal loss, and life-changing challenges that tested his resilience beyond the basketball court. Family has always been at the core of Jordan's life, but not without its trials. His father, James Jordan Sr., was tragically murdered in 1993, a loss that left Michael devastated. It was a moment that shook him to his core, a reminder that no amount of fame, fortune, or success could shield him from life's harshest realities. Jordan has often described this period as one of profound grief, where he questioned everything, his priorities, his purpose, and the meaning of achievement. Even before that tragedy, Jordan experienced the pressure of expectation in ways few could understand. As a public figure and global icon, every move he made was scrutinized, from his performance on the court to his endorsements, his business decisions, and even his private life. The relentless media attention, combined with the pressure to maintain perfection, created emotional and mental challenges that required incredible focus and resilience. Jordan also faced career challenges that tested his competitive spirit. From injuries to unexpected defeats, he had to confront moments where winning wasn't guaranteed. His first retirement in 1993 shocked fans worldwide and highlighted the toll that personal trauma and mental fatigue can take, even on the greatest of athletes. Many wondered if he would ever return, but Jordan's drive could not be extinguished off the court. Michael navigated complex relationships, including marriages, family responsibilities, and the balancing act of private life and the public eye. At 62, reflecting on these moments reveals the emotional cost of a life spent in constant spotlight, moments of solitude, introspection, and even regret. Every championship he earned came with sacrifices, missed family time, public criticism, and intense scrutiny that could be isolating. Yet it was through these trials that Michael's character was forged. The losses, the heartbreak, and the challenges did not break him. They strengthened him. He learned the importance of perseverance, of finding inner focus amid chaos, and of cherishing the relationships that truly mattered. Jordan's story reminds us that greatness isn't just about talent or victory. It's about confronting life's trials and emerging stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. At 62, Jordan is no longer just an athlete. He is a mentor, a businessman, and a symbol of resilience. His story is a testament to the human spirit, showing that even the most legendary figures face struggles, pain, and doubt. And yet, even after decades of triumph and heartbreak, Michael continues to inspire, proving that the true measure of a person lies not only in their victories but in their ability to overcome adversity, embrace growth, and leave a lasting legacy beyond the game. At 62, Michael Jordan's life is no longer defined by slam dunks, game-winning shots, or roaring crowds. Yet, the lessons he learned on the hardwood continue to shape his days, his relationships, and his legacy. Life beyond the court has its own challenges, some subtle, others profound, and Jordan approaches them with the same intensity that made him a basketball legend. One of the most striking aspects of his post-NBA life has been his focus on family. Jordan has worked to cultivate relationships with his children and grandchildren, recognizing the sacrifices he made during his playing career. Though time once spent traveling for games and endorsements kept him away from home, he now prioritizes being present, mentoring his children, and passing on lessons that go far beyond basketball. The competitiveness and discipline he once applied on the court now help him navigate family, philanthropy, and business. Jordan has also dedicated himself to business ventures and philanthropic endeavors. From ownership stakes in professional sports teams to investments in charity initiatives, he applies the same drive and strategic thinking that fueled his basketball career. At 62, he has learned that leadership and influence extend far beyond personal achievement. They involve nurturing communities, empowering young talent, and creating opportunities for others to succeed. But life isn't without its trials. Health, aging, and the pressures of maintaining a legacy weigh heavily on anyone, even someone of Jordan's caliber. Fans may see the public appearances and media interviews, but few glimpse the quiet reflection, moments when Jordan considers his mortality, the passage of time, and the impact he has had both on the sport and on society. These are the moments that have shaped his perspective, teaching him humility, patience, and gratitude. Emotionally, Jordan has confronted personal challenges as well. Fame can be isolating, and even a man admired worldwide faces loneliness and self-doubt. He has spoken about the pressure to maintain an image of perfection, the difficulty of separating public persona from private self, and the need to find fulfillment outside the accolades and titles. At 62, Jordan's journey is as much about inner growth as it is about external accomplishments. His story also reminds fans of the power of resilience. Every setback, injuries, defeats, personal losses shaped the man he became. Even today, his ability to reflect on mistakes, learn from them, and inspire others is a testament to his enduring spirit. He remains an example of how one can channel talent, passion, and perseverance to overcome obstacles both public and private. Ultimately, Michael Jordan at 62 is not just a basketball icon, he is a father, mentor, businessman, and role model who has navigated triumph, heartbreak, and reflection. His life beyond the court demonstrates that legacy is not only built in moments of glory, but in the courage to face personal trials, evolve, and continue inspiring generations. Michael Jordan's story is not just about the championships he won or the records he set. It is about the emotional journey that defined him, a journey marked by resilience, love, loss, and growth. Few athletes have lived a life under such intense scrutiny, and even fewer have balanced triumph with the quiet struggles that come with fame and family responsibilities. Jordan's legacy is often measured in points scored, titles earned, or the Air Jordan brand that revolutionized sports fashion. But the emotional side of his life tells a different story. It is a story of a man who experienced profound personal loss, including the tragic death of his father, and had to navigate the loneliness that fame can bring. For someone who thrived on competition, the greatest challenges were not always on the court. They were in the moments when life demanded patience, reflection, and courage. Family remains at the heart of Michael's life. Over the years, he has worked tirelessly to rebuild and strengthen his relationships, particularly with his children. Watching them grow, guiding them through life's challenges, and witnessing their successes has brought him joy that no championship could replicate. He has learned to value quiet moments over public glory, to measure success not only by achievement, but by the love and respect he earns as a father and mentor. Jordan's journey also offers a lesson in humility and self-awareness. He has spoken about the pressures of perfection, the burden of expectation, and the importance of acknowledging one's own mistakes. At 62, reflection has replaced relentless ambition. Perspective now balances drive. The man who once demanded perfection of himself and those around him now understands the value of patience, empathy, and forgiveness, both for others and for himself. Philanthropy and mentorship have become central to his post-NBA identity. Jordan invests in the next generation, not just financially but through guidance and inspiration. He understands that legacy is not only about accolades, but about the lives he touches and the positive change he can help create. Each scholarship he funds, each young athlete he encouraged, carries forward lessons learned from decades of struggle, determination, and heartbreak. Perhaps most profoundly, Michael Jordan's story at 62 reminds us of the fragility and beauty of life. He has faced moments that brought him to his knees, moments that tested the limits of his endurance and spirit. Yet through it all, he has remained resilient, finding purpose and meaning beyond the court. The tears, the laughter, the heartbreak, and the triumph, all are woven into a legacy far richer than any statistic. For fans and admirers, this emotional side of Michael Jordan is a reminder that even the greatest among us experience pain, doubt, and vulnerability. His life teaches that true greatness encompasses not only extraordinary talent, but the courage to endure challenges, the wisdom to grow from them, and the generosity to lift others along the way. At 62, Michael Jordan is more than a legend of basketball. He is a man who has faced adversity, embraced reflection, and found strength in love, family, and purpose. His story inspires not just for what he achieved on the court, but for the humanity he continues to embody off it, a legacy that will endure for generations to come.